Hello everybody, bonjour. Coffee is the perfect thing for the morning time and most of the rest of the day. Hope you're all doing really well, having a lovely old time wherever you are. So, I'll talk about a few articles that I found interesting about the marijuana industry. All right. So it looks like this is going to get pretty big. The Marijuana Business Fact Book got released with some projections. It looks like California is going to do $5 billion this year, which is that's a big number, a really big number. So Nevada did $41 million in March of 2018 alone. And I think Colorado and Washington are slated to still grow, but probably be a little less, rocket ship kind of growth. And they'll plateau here in a minute. Anyways, I mean, the point of the story is that this is going to be like a $20 billion industry in the next 4 years, which is pretty incredible. If you think about the amount of jobs that can support and the amount of opportunity there is for, businesses to get in on this. So, it's pretty exciting times. So, in Oregon, they gave out a lot of licenses to grow. They wanted to get rid of the illegal growers. They wanted to get rid of the black market, which is all fine. But they have so much supply that it says they have nearly 1 million pounds in inventory. And prices are falling like crazy. So they have it's a problem, I guess, for the growers. I mean, it's great for the consumers. I mean, you can smoke as much weed as you can handle for very little money. Now, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, what would be a really baller move for Oregon right now? And I think here it is, Oregon. Free advice. Here's your baller move, is to open up exports. You have 2 states that are legally recreational, have legalized recreational marijuana on either side of you. So you don't have to cross state lines that don't like it. You could flood the market and really dominate all the California and Washington growers with your low prices because you have such a glut right now. That's a baller move. Will it happen? No, because the government has to do it. The government has to say, yes, we want to export. I don't think they have the speed to do that right now. It looks like they didn't look ahead far enough here with this handing out licenses willy-nilly, which I like this. I have a background in economics, and I'm a big old capitalist. I like capitalism. So, that makes me a little biased, but this is great for consumers. If you're a pot smoker in Oregon, this is fantastic. This is the best time of your life, right? If you're a grower, it's bad. But if you're a consumer, it's good. Now, to favor the growers, you would want to export all this inventory, and you could dominate those other markets if they would let you in, which, again, it won't happen. I think the legal environment that they're facing right now is a little bit too complicated. I don't understand it. I wouldn't know what barriers are in place of this, but if they could get it done, if there was somebody with a lot of backbone and drive, it would be a really great move for Oregon as a state, and just a boss move. So speaking of California cannabis, there is a bank that is possibly being opened up. There's a bill in the Senate, the state Senate right now, that is proposing to start a state charter bank that would be a cannabis only bank. So some people like it, some people don't. It's a start. But I think that's the way that things are going to go. The states are going to have to start doing stuff like this in order to get around the federal ban. Although I think that's going to end soon. As I said before. So we've had Jefferson Beauregard Sessions, the Attorney General, started cracking down on a lot of the illegal growers in California. And you might think, what an asshole he is. We don't like Jefferson Sessions. He's a racist. And that may well be true. I don't know. Or maybe not. The point is, this is great. This crackdown on illegal dispensaries, illegal grows. Apparently, a lot of this money is coming from like the Chinese darknet. That's what this is, a Leafly article. I'll put it in the show notes. You can see it later. Apparently, there's Chinese money coming in, dark web stuff. So this is great. We need to, in order to move the industry forward, we need to clean up. We need to clean house. Because the only way forward is through, we need to acquire the respect and trust of the rest of the world who doesn't really care for what's happening. In order to do that, we need to grow up and be legit. And so if you're out there and you're buying weed from somebody who's not legal, just stop. It's not that expensive to go buy legit stuff. Just stop. Let's all agree that there'll be more weed in the long run. The quality will be better. We'll all have a better time if we can. Let's play by the rules for now, and we can change the rules as we go along. But having Chinese darknet money floating around and having people over pesticide and over fertilize and giving us shitty weed is not good for anybody. It makes us look bad. And we want to push this forward in an adult way. We want to be an adult industry. like a grown-up industry. With being responsible for our own shit. And this is our own shit right here. And the government's cleaning it up. The federal government is cleaning it up for us. So it's it's a freebie right here. So I found an article about how cannabis may help eczema. And I think that's really interesting. It has, cannabis has anti-inflammatory, anti-itch qualities apparently. But there's no actual study to back this up, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And so I wanted to throw this out there to you guys and see what you thought. We need more studies because they almost all come back positive. So where to get the funding? Because when, say, a tobacco company funds a study about tobacco, do you trust that study? It's a little suspect. It's not necessarily that there's bad science involved, but the incentives kind of lean towards making it that way. So I would, if anybody's interested, anybody has the means to help fund studies, I think that would be a great investment of time. Skin diseases would be an interesting one. Insomnia would be one that I would be interested in. So if there's any sleep doctors, skin doctors, scientists out there who have the ability to do something in the future with this, I would encourage you to start getting that set up. And if you have the ability to fund studies and you're interested in this industry, I think now is a great time to start getting those wheels greased, because people are already aware that this is going to be a big industry. But there's a lot of people who don't care for what's happening and don't care for cannabis at all. But when you have like paper after paper after paper after paper with all the benefits, you don't have to argue anymore. It's just, here's the stack of papers, you know. And I think that can help validate and really help people understand that there's a medicine out there, properly applied. Not every application of cannabis is good for everybody, but we can start to understand what the right thing for each person is, and we can actually help people, which would be sweet. So, I would love to know what kind of studies you guys are interested in. I might be able to dig up some that already exist that I don't know about. So, if you're interested in some particular aspect of the cannabis sciences, let me know. And if you are interested in something that doesn't exist, let me know too. And I think hopefully in the future we'll be able to talk to people who are either on the doing this research now or on the cusp of doing the research. So I think that would be pretty cool. Have a great day. Peace.